Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword being published on Wednesday the 1st of October 2025. Pinch and a punch, first day of the month, as we used to say. Today's puzzle's been set by Pedro. So yeah, Pedro is one of the setters who we get one puzzle a month from, so this is number 10 for the year. The good news is that I've successfully completed the first 9 without any errors. The bad news is that all but 2 of them have taken over 20 minutes. One 12-minute and one 16 in there, so I'm expecting a slow solve. Yeah, not sure. I mean, maybe I've picked up a bit. Who knows? Let's reset the timer. Where is it there? And crack on. Contest involving British sensation. Contest is a race, but that ain't gonna happen. Involving B sensation. Don't know. Waste crew about to return carrying rear of bin. Well, there's an N in there somewhere for rear of bin. About to return waste crew as a team. Cheese tart cooked. It's 2 letters for an anagram. One army boss tucking in. So it's an anagram tart. Cheese is Stilton, doesn't quite, has the 2 T's. One army boss. Not good on army bosses. Unless it's a general, one gen. Don't know. South Coast Resort, last 2 level, poor accommodation, while Brighton, Southampton. South Coast Resort, last 2 level is an L, poor accommodation, L poor. Pool, no. Poor accommodation, I don't think so. Dance company with no goods at the outset. Dance company is a troupe with no goods at the outset, so NG act at the outset, sorry, no good act at the outset. NGA, Tango, Congo, Conga, there we are, get there eventually, brain hasn't turned on yet I think. College turned on, music, turned on suggests NO to me, music, college. Are we looking at an Oxford College name again or something stupid like that? A hypothetical computer retaining much in a complex way. I don't know why my brain's going adding machine there. Retaining, adding, keeping, much in it. Retaining much in a complex way. Let's go on to 17. Observe church, low, welcoming pastors, opening address. You'd think there's a P going into church P, CH or CE, welcoming pastors, opening. C, speech. Speech. Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? I'm definitely not on it at this moment. Understood, one engaged in tacit, just write it down. Opening of reptile house containing popular African animal. Rhino, I think that must be. Where's the O? Yeah, house is HO, isn't it? Public session, come in and start to perform in a funny way. Public session, come in and start to perform in a funny way. Okay, second class servant beginning to exhibit bruising. Black eye. B, lackey. Okay, yes, nice. Inept person removing yard boundary. Edge. Inept person is a fool. We need a inept person removing yard boundary is an edge. Is a can't think of it. Okay, urban area, something kind of city appearing after a very extended period. In truth, veracity, very era city. Yep. Arts graduate with scam. This is a B. It must be a vibe, I guess. Vibe is a sensation. Yep. There we go. Right. Arts graduate is a BA with a scam. Bacon. Fair enough. Part of physics disposed to human query. About time. Part of physics disposed. Is that a hidden word? I've got an HY. Haven't I? Disposed to human query. Some kind of theory. Is it quantum theory? I'm going to go quantum theory in there, just biff it and hope. It's definitely a theory of some sort, anyway. Part of physics is quantum theory. Disposed to human query. Looks like an anagram of that, doesn't it? About time. I'm going to go with that being, that must be you. What was that? Waste crew. waste, squander, squad with us. Can I spell squad? A squad around an N with the about to return. Squad, N, rear of bin is an N, with the E, about RE backwards I think. This one, Italian artist, in most of Michelangelo's work, Michelangelo's work, the David, must be David, mustn't it? Dr. Avid, no. Italian artist, so ITR, D, Vinci it's going to be, isn't it? Da Vinci would be, how's that work? Most of Michelangelo work. Divine. Is that Da Vinci? Let's have a quick look at whether that works. South Coast Resort to level. Last level is now. Poor accommodation, I don't know. A medic protecting hearts for a particular purpose. A medic is a doc. Protecting hearts is H, isn't it? Ad hoc? I saw ad hoc yesterday somewhere. In the Guardian Monday crossword, I think it was. A doc with hearts, a particular purpose. Yeah, ad hoc reason. South Coast. I can take this out until I get there. Hove, that's Hove, isn't it? South Coast Resort. Hovel, there we are. Okay, now I've taken it out, it goes back in. Internet menace, erasing first is a troll and a roll. Register. I think that has to be Da Vinci, but I'm not quite sure, so let's put N-I there. Can't see why at the moment though. Bam bam. Small transport vehicle to struggle is cab, bus, cart, vehicle, lorry to struggle. What's this one? Ricotta, must be cheese. Tart cooked, yeah, with one CO in it, okay. Strain is to struggle. Let's go on to the next. Down, arrangement of revel contains fitful movement. Straight up, oh, that's a lot going on there. Bell. Straight up is, not sure. Republican left in charge over American reproduction. Replic, left in charge, yep. Court retailer. Does that sound like retailer offering old piece of meat? Offloading old, sorry. Retailer is piece of meat, mutton. Not good on retailers. Royal agreement is probably an ebook. OBE, yep. OK is agreement. Stop constant. Constant is C. Overturning of munitions is arms. Stop is to crams. Can't be crams, though, can it? Stop is to, not sure. Source of gold, ingot. Ooh, lifted in snatch. Well, that must be a grab, mustn't it? Source of gold is G. Bar is an ingot. Oh, very clever. Nice. This one, hypothetical computing is a Turing machine. I'll work out the wordplay on that later, I think. This, college turned on music. Eek. College turned on music. Turned on would be NO. College. Music. Techno. Okay, I'm going to put Da Vinci, Da Vinci, isn't it? Da Vinci, what was that? Da Vinci. David, yeah, I said David. NCI, what's the NCI bit? Incorporated is Inc. Inc. inside of David, yeah, okay. Oh, court retailer, how am I doing on time? 8:31, that's right, court retailer, offloading old piece of meat. Don't know. This one is public session, open. Public is open. Session is come in and start to open mic. Mic, was that mic? Come in and start performing. I'm sure it's open mic. Don't understand why though. That one is a cutlet, I suspect. I'm biffing now. C, retailer outlet. Yep. This one must be. I said arms, didn't I? Arms. CSM. I know. Stop is to constant overflowing munitions. stop. Okay. This I probably need to. I've got my ravel bit to do. No, something E, something T, something C. Probably ravel is an AEL at the end. Ravel, rev, vertical. That'll be. Looking at what I've got left. Vertical, which is a fitful movement, is a tick. Fair enough. So it just leaves these two. Inept person removing yard. His boundary is a. What's a boundary? Fool, foyer, boundary, hall, and this stop, constant, overturning munitions. NS for munitions. I assume munitions is something to do with weaponry, isn't it? Stop is to golly, what is it? Inept person removing yard. Wall. Is that a comma? Ammo, yeah. Yes, 1029. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, that was a well, fastest of the year for Pedro, so I can have no complaints about that. There was some tough passing in there, though, I have to say. Let's go through. Let's see what we got today. So yeah, a contest is if you contest something, you vie. Put a B in there for British, gives you a vibe, which is sensation. That's not a nice easy clue to start with, is it? But gettable once you had the V, I think. Waste, if you waste something, you squander it. That's your definition. A crew is a squad. We've got about to return. So about is re. Right into re this matter, about this matter. Put that backwards. So squad, ER, and then carrying the rear of bin. So the N from bin is contained in there. Carrying is your containment indicator. We've got ricotta cheese. We've got an anagram of tart. Cooked is your anagram of indicator. And we've got one is I, and a army boss is a commanding officer, CO, tucking in. Right, we've got the South Coast Resort, Hove, which is near Brighton. Last to level is the L, which gives you a hovel, which is port accommodation. Simple wordplay, not necessarily many people think of a Hove as a South Coast resort. I mean, I'm lucky I live on the South Coast, not down that end though. So, and I've got friends who live over that way, who supports Brighton Hove Albion, the Seagulls. So, fairly well known to me, but I think if you live somewhere else in the country or anywhere else in the world, that could be a bit of a toughie. Right, we've got a dance. Conga is a dance, there's your definition. Co for company, N for no, G for good, and acts at the outset, saying to the A from acts. College is a tech. I think it's probably a bit of an old term, really. Technical college, as they used to be known, I think. But tech, turned on is NO, backwards, music is techno. Fair enough. Right, what's going on here? I think we've just got an anagram with retaining much. Hypothetical computer, so the Turing machine. I think the Turing machine, if I recall rightly, is the theory that if you could put a computer on the other side of the wall and have a conversation with it, and you weren't sure whether it was a person or a computer, that's the Turing test, but I think it's probably something to do with that anyway. Anyway, okay, let's move on from my attempts to know something. Yeah, retaining much, I think, is an anagram of Turing machine. In a complex way, it's your anagram indicator. To observe is to see. Church is CH. And welcoming P for pasta, the opening letter of pasta. And address is a speech. Understood is tacit. One is an I going into diplomacy, which is tact. The opening of reptile is an R. We've got HO is the abbreviation for house. Containing is your containment indicator. Popular is in, and that gives you the rhino, the African animal. Right, didn't quite understand this one. Yes, I do. Public is open. Well, I'm looking at come in because that is an anagram of. Yes, come in is an anagram of open mic with the start to perform. Yes, okay, right, I'm there, finally. Public session is open mic, that's your definition. We've got an anagram of come in, and we've also got the P from perform, so the start to perform, and then in a funny way is your anagram indicator, and that is, although that isn't that is definitely the anagram indicator. It's not that, it's just giving you a hint towards what kind of public session you're looking at, I think. Yes, and public session is open as well, that helps get you there. Right, I like this clue, black here, the second class servant. So, gosh, excuse me. There. Second class is a B. A servant is a lackey. Beginning to exhibit is the E from exhibit on the end of it, and bruising is a black eye. I think, if I'm honest, I biffed that off the 5-3, and just knowing there was probably an E at the end of it. Right, an inept person is a wally. I haven't called anyone a wally for many years, but we used to call it when we were growing up. Removing yard is take the Y off of wally, gives you wall, which is a boundary. On the downs, so that's your crosses. On the downs, we've got an urban area as a city, appearing after V for very, and extended period is an era, and truth is veracity. The arts graduate is a BA, Bachelor of the Arts, with a scam is a con, and was it Sir Francis Bacon, the alternative to Shakespeare, one of the writers back in that era. Part of physics is quantum theory. I guess disposed to must be an anagram indicator, because I think human query, I'm just looking actually, disposed is your anagram indicator. I think you need the 2, it's an anagram of 2 human query, and then put about a T for time, I think. I'm not going to tick it back, but I think that's how it works. A medic is a dock, protecting H for hearts, so that's cards. When you're playing cards or bridge and you write down the scores, you put H for hearts. Gives you ad hoc, which is something for a particular purpose. Right, the Italian artist is Da Vinci, as in Leonardo da Vinci. Incorporated is INC. In is a containment into that is going in most of Michelangelo work. So Michelangelo carved the statue of David. So we've got DAV at the start. We've then got ink, and then we've got I, and then we haven't got the final D of David. Easy to biff, harder to pass, I think. Internet menace is a troll. Take the first off of troll. Troll becomes a roll, which is a register. Small transport is a small train, S for small, and train is a transport vehicle. To struggle is to strain. Right, arrangement of Ravel, so we've got VER and AL. Contains is your containment indicator, funnily enough. Footfall movement is a tick, which gives you vertical, which is straight up. I like that, because, yeah. Republican is rep for Republican, L for left. In charge is often abbreviated to IC, going over A for America, and a reproduction is replica. Court is a C, cricket notation. Retailer is an outlet, but offloading O, so take the O off of outlet, gives you the rest of cutlet. Piece of meat is a cutlet. A royal honour elevated, so you've got an OBE going upwards. Agreement is OK. And that gives you the electronic text, which is an ebook. A stop, comma, is a type of stop in, grammatical terms. Constant is C, overturning of munitions. So munitions is short for ammunition, really, isn't it? So ammo going upwards. And is this the final one? Let me just scroll down a little bit. Source of gold is a G. And ingot is a bar, lifted, so put bar upwards gives you grab, which is to snatch. Source of gold ingot lifted in snatch. Very good. Another great surface there. I mean, there are some real lovely surfaces in that puzzle, and there's some very difficult, complicated cluing, and there's some biffability in there, really, just getting the answer like Da Vinci from the letters you've got rather than actually working out what's going on in those clues. But hey, 10:29, I am pleased with that time. Thanks for watching.